In this video, I'm sharing with you typical things that I eat on an average weekly basis. I included Monday through Friday, breakfast, lunch, and dinner to give you a lot of different ideas. I didn't include Saturday and Sunday because honestly, I don't cook all that much on the weekends. We usually eat out one night, or I go to my parents, we go to Nick's parents, we kind of eat leftovers. It's always just really random. So that's why I just did Monday through Friday. But I wanted to make this video because I often find myself in a rut where I'm cooking the same things and always craving new ideas and inspiration and different recipes to try. So I hope that this provides that for a lot of you guys. Like I've said in other videos, we usually sit down on Sundays, plan out a meal plan of what we feel like eating that week, make my grocery list, go shopping, and start cooking everything. And I do try to prep as much as I can on the weekends ahead of time, so it just makes for easy, quick, fast cooking during the week. But if you guys want to see some of the things that I eat, if that's even interesting to you, then just keep watching. Hey guys, so here's my breakfast for this morning. I just have a little tortilla with, I did 2 eggs, but I did one whole egg and one just of the whites, and I took the yolk out. I do that a lot just because I like the flavor of the yolk, but it's not always the healthiest. So if I'm doing like 4 eggs, I would just leave 2 yolks in and take 2 out. I sprinkled a little bit of cheese, and I just have 2 slices here of turkey bacon. So this is my breakfast, and I'm just having a glass of orange juice with it. For lunch today, this is one of my favorite things to eat. It's quinoa fried rice. It's basically fried rice, but instead of rice, I just use quinoa. Really simple. I just used some cooked quinoa that I had in the fridge already, and threw in some frozen mixed veggies and cooked them for a little to get them heated. And then I cracked 2 eggs and kind of scrambled them and mixed it in with the veggies and the quinoa. And then I just added about 2 tablespoons of soy sauce. This is only like a small portion of it. I didn't add 2 tablespoons to this dish, but the whole portion. And then I just portioned myself out some for lunch. And then I'm going to store the rest in my fridge today for probably lunch tomorrow. This is what's for dinner tonight. I made tilapia, and I just did a little bit of salt and pepper. Those are like jerky fried onions and lime juice. Sometimes I use lemon. We only had a lime. That's like a 3-bean salad my mom made. I don't even know what's in it. These are sweet potatoes. I just put them in the oven with brown sugar and cinnamon and a little bit of salt and olive oil, and sauteed spinach with garlic and olive oil. This is what I'm having for breakfast today. I just made these, so they're still warm. They are like oatmeal oatmeal muffins. I found the recipe on Pinterest. They're pumpkin oatmeal muffins, and I'll just put my Pinterest thing below so you can check it out. But I basically followed the recipe, but I tweaked it a little bit. I had some bananas that were going bad, so I mashed 2 bananas in with, and I just added 2 bananas in with the pumpkin. And I think that's really the only thing I changed. And they look pretty good, and they're healthy. They're full of protein, and they're filling, which is the best part. So that's for breakfast today. So for lunch today, I'm just having a little bit of I just whipped up a salad with just 1 can of tuna fish. I sliced some cherry tomatoes, celery, and avocado. And then I just put salt, pepper, a little bit of olive oil, and vinegar. And I'm just going to have this on its own. It's really yummy, and it's high in protein, which is great. It'll give me some energy that I'm lacking. And that's it. Having an afternoon snack, I just made a really quick smoothie with 1 whole nectarine, about 6 strawberries, and 1 cup of Greek yogurt. And it's so good. I already tasted it. It's so refreshing and really good. I definitely recommend it. And I did throw in like 4 ice cubes just to thicken it up a little bit. So for dinner tonight, I made chicken piccata, and I'll link the recipe below. Some quinoa that I just put a little bit of parsley, salt, pepper, and a little bit of spray butter, and string beans, which is just salt, olive oil, and vinegar, and then these are just little cheese puff things. Hey guys, so this is my breakfast today. Probably one of my more favorite breakfasts. They look fancy and complicated, and they're the easiest things. And basically, you can put whatever you want in them. You just fill a muffin tin. I did about 2 cups of egg whites and about like 3/4 of a cup of milk, and then I just added some chopped spinach, a little bit of ground up turkey breast, and I think that's it. And then I just topped with a little bit of cheddar cheese on top. And then you bake them for about 25 minutes, and they are so good. This is what they look like. They're just little like egg cups, and I usually eat them for breakfast, but my husband has them for lunch, and I eat them sometimes if I'm hungry during the day as a quick snack. They are so good, and they're so high in protein, and like I said, you could really add anything to it. You could skip meat altogether. You could put like ground chicken or ground turkey. I don't know if ground beef would be good, but turkey or chicken would be really good. And then I just sliced up about half of an avocado and sprinkled a little bit of salt. So this is my breakfast for today. So for lunch today, I just stopped at the Panera drive-thru and I got this off of their hidden menu. It's their Mediterranean roast turkey salad. I love the hidden menu for two reasons. One, if you've been eating out at Panera for as long as I have, you kind of get bored with their menu because it doesn't change that often. And two, that they offer are a lot healthier than what's offered on their regular menu. And they're usually like really high protein meals, most of which are salads. They do amazing egg rice bowls for the mornings for breakfast. I get those sometimes too. They're just really high protein breakfast. This is obviously a high protein lunch, and it's just a healthy. You're gonna be chewing in the background. This is what we have for dinner tonight. I used whole wheat pasta, and then I sauteed spinach, sun-dried tomatoes, and olives, and I made fresh pesto, and then I just mixed it all together, and I just added in some mozzarella cheese and salad. Okay, so for today's breakfast, I scrambled 1 egg white and 1 egg and just put a little bit of salsa. I'm whipping up just some half of an avocado. I just add a little bit of olive oil and salt and pepper, and I make it like a spread. I'm toasting some whole wheat toast, so I put the avocado spread on the toast. And then for today's smoothie, I'm just doing like a tropical kind of one. So I do about 8 ounces of my organic fat-free milk, teaspoon of coconut oil, throw in some chia seeds, some cinnamon. This is half of a frozen banana, and then I'm just going to throw in a handful of this mixed fruit. So once everything's done, I'll just show you guys kind of what it looks like. So here's my breakfast. You guys, if you haven't tried like a guacamole avocado spread, highly recommend it. It's such a good fat for you and such a great way to eat it rather than putting like butter or peanut butter. And then my smoothie. For lunch today, I'm just having some of the leftover pasta from dinner the other night and a tomato sandwich. And it's basically just whole wheat toast or whole grain toast toasted and cut up tomatoes, and I sprinkled a little oregano, a little salt, and I drizzled a little bit of olive oil. I'm having one of my oatmeal muffins that I made, oatmeal pumpkin banana muffins, and then I'm just making a smoothie. I have in there 8 ounces of fat-free milk, a scoop of protein powder, some spinach, some mixed frozen berries, and half of a frozen banana. I just threw together a turkey Waldorf salad from Danny Spees' website. We had leftover turkey in the fridge. Used Greek yogurt as the base instead of mayonnaise. And I just put it all over spinach. For dinner tonight, I made salmon. I'll put the recipe link below. Cauliflower steak. I just sliced it with a little bit of olive oil, salt and pepper, and roasted them. And that is just like a brown rice and quinoa mixture with rosemary and olive oil. So I hope that you guys enjoyed this and found it helpful and a little bit inspiring. I hope it gave you some fresh and new ideas. I will have recipe links and blogs or anything that I reference throughout the videos in the description box below. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye!